Hello, welcome to another video of the complete Angular course. In this video, I'll be talking about the ngClass directive. The ngClass directive allows us to add or remove CSS classes from our HTML DOM elements. It accepts a string, an array, or an object. Let's take a look at how this is used in the code. Open your Angular project on VS Code. To begin, go to the app component CSS file. Define three CSS classes. The first one will be called large text. It will turn our font size of the elements to 5em. The second one will be called highlight. It will turn the background color of our elements to yellow. And the third will be called green text. It will make the text color of our elements to green. Go to the app component HTML page. Add a paragraph element and give it some text. To begin using the ngClass directive, add it to the open tag of the element. Use the compact syntax to set the styles. Wrap it with the square brackets and begin inputting the values. Because we already have the double quotes, we need to use the single quotes to represent a string inside a string. Then we put the class we want inside. Our text should appear larger than normal. Save the project and start the local server. Open the browser and go to localhost 4200. As you can see, we have a large text on the screen. Go back to VS Code. We can add more than one class at a time. Let's say that we want to apply the green text class as well. We will put a space and then add green text to the string. Each class is separated with a space. To add another class, we will put another space and then add another class. Save the project and go to the browser. As you can see, we got our large green text with a yellow background because we applied the large text, green text, and the highlight classes to the paragraph. Go back to VS Code. Instead of doing everything in the HTML page, we can also do it in the Typescript file. Go to the app component Typescript file. Declare three strings to represent the three CSS classes. Declare another string. We will use this string to set the styles of the paragraph element in the HTML page. Set the value to the three CSS classes. Remember to place spaces in between each class. Go to the app component HTML page. Remove the string from the ngClass directive and replace it with the myStyles variable. Save the project and go to the browser. As you can see, we still got the same effect, but this time we use a variable from the class. We link the directive with a variable instead of using a static value in the HTML page. This way, when we update the value of the variable, the styles will also update as well. Go back to VS Code. Add 3 buttons. Label them in large, highlight, and green. Attach a click event to each button and give them a function to call. Go to the app component Typescript file. Define the functions. For the large button, we want to use the large text class. For the highlight button, we want to use the highlight class. And for the green button, we want to use the green text class. Change the value of the myStyles variable to an empty string. When we click on each button, it should set the myStyles variable with a CSS class. Let's see what will happen. Save the project and go to the browser. Click on the enlarge button, then the green button, then the highlight button. As you can see, by passing a variable from the class into the ngClass directive, we created a link between the two, so when we update our variable, we also update the styles. Go back to VS Code. Let's see how we can use arrays. Locate the myStyles variable, remove the string and put an empty square bracket. Each class will be a new element in the array. So here we added the 3 classes. Save the project and go to the browser. As you can see, the large text, highlight, and green text styles are applied. You may wonder why we need to do this when we could just do this with strings to achieve the same thing. By using arrays, we get all the benefits of an array, such as adding or removing a class using the push and splice methods. But there's an even better approach for that. Go back to VS Code. The ngClass directive can also accept object. This is what makes it so powerful. Let's see how to write it. Replace the array with the curly brackets to indicate that we are assigning an object. Each item in the object is a key value pair. For the key, we put the class we want, and for the value, we put a boolean. If it's true, it will add the class to the element, and if it's false, it will remove it. To add more classes, we separate each item with a comma. Locate the handler functions. When we click on these buttons, we want our booleans in the object to toggle between true and false. The logic for this is simple. Take the reference of the object and access the style. Then use the ternary operator to set the value. If the value is true, set it to false. Otherwise, set it to true. Do the same for the other two functions. So now, when we click on the buttons, it will add or remove the styles from our element. Let's verify that. Save the project and go to the browser. Click on the enlarge button, then the green button, then the highlight button. If we click on the buttons again, it will remove them. Click on the highlight button. As you can see, we can control the styles that we want to use for our elements with an object. There's another cool feature of using an object. Go back to VS Code. Right now, we're adding and removing one class at a time, but we can group multiple classes together like this. Each class is separated with a space. Remove the other items, and then remove the code from the enlarged method. We want to toggle the set of classes in our object. Grab the object reference and access the set. Then use the ternary operator to toggle the value. Remove the code from the other two functions. Save the project and go to the browser. Click on the enlarge button. Click on it again. As you can see, it added and removed multiple classes at once. Let's take a moment to recap what we have learned. We learned how to use the ngClass directive to add or remove CSS classes from an element. We learned that it accepts one of the three types of values: a string, an array, or an object. We also learned how to use an object to add or remove multiple classes at once by providing multiple classes in a single key. Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have questions, leave a comment in the comment section. See you in the next video.